Hello students, welcome back to our COA class. So in the last class, in the previous class, we have seen the algorithms for the to perform the addition and subtraction. Okay, in the computers, how you are going to perform the algorithms by using in the system. Okay, so addition and subtraction, what are the rules you are going to follow and how you are going to perform it. We have seen the algorithm as well as we have seen the hardware implementation of those algorithms. Okay, in today's class we will concentrate on the multiplication part, how we will be going to perform the multiplication of the two numbers in the system. Okay, by using the paper and pencil how we will perform, and by using the algorithm how we are going to perform. So when we talk about our multiplication algorithm, one of the foremost important algorithm which we will be going to use in our systems is known as a Booth's algorithm. A Booth's algorithm is an algorithm which is used to perform the multiplication operations. Coming to our Booth's algorithm, this Booth's algorithm is nothing but it is used to perform the multiplication between the two numbers. So those two numbers can be a signed numbers or it can be an unsigned numbers. So let us come to the contents of this one. So we will be going to get into the introduction of your Booth's algorithm. Later on we will be going to go with a flow chart, examples for unsigned multiplication and example for signed multiplication will be going to check in the today's class. So here the objective over here is nothing but to provide the knowledge on the signed and unsigned numbers. So what is the main objective of Booth's algorithm is nothing but at the end of this presentation you should be able to have a good knowledge on the signed and unsigned multiplication, to solve the problems on Booth's algorithm, and to teach the procedure for binary multiplication using the Booth's algorithm. Okay, so now what is Booth's algorithm? Booth's multiplication algorithm is an algorithm which multiplies two signed or unsigned integers in 2's complement form. Okay, and this approach uses fewer additions and subtraction than more straightforward algorithms. If you go with the straightforward algorithms, that straightforward algorithms uses a lot of additions and subtractions, whereas Booth's algorithm will be going to use only few steps only you are going to have. Let us get into those things. The history of this one is nothing but there was an Andrew Donald Booth in 1950. He only designed this particular algorithm while doing the research on crystallography at Birkbeck College in London. Okay, the points you are going to remember over here is nothing but always when you go for multiplication you will be taking two numbers. So keeping those two numbers in some registers we require two registers. So let us assume that the two registers are nothing but your Q and M. Okay, load the multiplicand in and multiplier in these registers. We are going to load the multiplicand as well as multiplier in the above registers, that is nothing but your Q and M. For example, if I am doing the multiplication between 4 into 5. 4 is a multiplicand and 5 is a multiplier. Okay. Next, what we also need is nothing but we are taking one more register which is known as an A register. We also takes one register which is known as an A register. First, initially this A register is initialized to 0. Why? Because this A register is nothing but it is used to store an extra, that is nothing but resultant bits. We are going to store it in A also. As well as apart from this A register we require one more flip-flop which that is nothing but a 1 bit flip-flop we require. Okay, 1 bit register we require, which is used to store the carry bit resulting from the addition. Okay, when you perform the addition during multiplication, okay, there may be chances of getting a carry bit. To store that one, we require 1 bit register, and that 1 bit register is nothing but your q minus 1. Okay, so totally on the whole we require total 4 registers. One is q register, one is m register, one is a register, and another is nothing but your 1 bit register, which is q minus 1. Okay, q minus 1. Okay, so in this q and m register will be going to hold the multiplicand and multiplier. In the a and q minus 1 we are going to place our result, as well as in the q also we are going to place the result. Okay, now when you go with the multiplicand multiplicand will be stored in m, is added to register q, and the result is stored in register a. Okay, what you will be doing here, the multiplicand m, you are going to add it to the register q. You are going to add it to the register q, and the result you are going to store it in the register a. Then all the bits of the a, q minus 1 are shifted to the right by 1 bit. So you are going to shift all the values of registers a, q and q minus 1 towards the right side by 1 bit. And this one is nothing but you are going to do arithmetic shift right operation. Okay, depending upon the last bit of q and single bit of q minus 1, the following arithmetic operations are performed. So I need to consider in the q register, I need to consider my last bit of q and a q minus 1 single bit. So based upon that one, the following arithmetic operations we are going to consider. Suppose q and q minus 1, if those bits values are 0, 0, I don't need to perform any arithmetic operation. If the values are 0, 1, then what I will be doing, add the multiplicand to the left half of the product. Okay, so multiplicand you are going to add it to the left half of the product. Next, if it is 1, 0, then you are going to subtract the multiplicand from left half of the product. If it is 1, 1, then you are going to do no arithmetic operations. Okay, let us take one small example, you people can understand very well. Firstly, there are before getting into that one, let us talk in terms of signed numbers. Whatever we have discussed, those are nothing but for unsigned numbers. Same rules and regulations you are going to follow for the signed numbers, but a signed number will be loaded with the 2's complement form. So what I need to do, whenever I am finding a sign and whenever I see a signed number, firstly the signed integer is converted into the unsigned by using the 2's complement. By using the 2's complement, you are going to convert into unsigned number. Then it is loaded in the register. Okay. Example, if I am having a minus 5, then I need to perform the 2's complement for the minus 5. How you are going to perform this 2's complement for the minus 5? Let us assume that is not minus 5, minus 7. So what is the binary value for minus 7 is what? 0, 1, 1, 1. What is the 1's complement for that one? It is 1, 0, 0, 0. And if I am doing the plus 1, then I will get the 2's complement. What is the 2's complement for 7? It is 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay. Next, what is before getting into the actual algorithm, let me discuss few of the basic things in your of digital electronics. Okay, when you go with the binary addition, I can go with the 4 combinations of additions: 0 plus 0, 0 plus 1, 1 plus 0, and 1 plus 1. Okay, now when I go plus 1 plus 0, what is the value I will be getting? 1. If I am going plus 1, the value is 2. 2 in the binary is represented as 1, 0. So that means that the result will be 0 and the carry will be 1. If it is 0 plus 1, then the result will be 1. If it is 0 plus 0, the result will be 0. For example, so left half of the product, if the above is this much, then you are going to do the multiplicand value is what? 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, for example. Now you need to drop the leftmost carry over here. Okay, and if you are going to perform the addition of these two numbers, what happened? 1 plus 0 is what? 1. 1 plus 1 is what? 0 here, carry 1. Again it is 1 plus 1, it is nothing but your 2, that is 0 here, carry 1. Again 1 plus 1 is 2, 0 here, carry 1. So on you are going to do as your addition. It is a simple addition which you already know in digital electronics. Next, see the subtraction. In the subtraction also we will be getting 4 combination. One is 0 minus 0 is 0. Okay, and 1 minus 0 is what? 1. 1 minus 1 is what? 0. 0 minus 1, it's not possible for me to subtract 1 from 0. Okay, so what I need to do? I need to take a borrow. When I take a borrow 1, so what happens? The value becomes 2 at the particular position. So what happens? 2 minus 1, it becomes 1. So the resultant will be 1. 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. And if the carry was, that is input, I have taken one borrow, means the carry will be 1. Okay. So if you see here in the down example, the value is nothing but all zeros minus 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. What happens? In the left rightmost bit, if you are going to see LSB, 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 1, can I do it? No. So I need to take a borrow from my leftmost bit, but my leftmost bit is 0 already. Again I need to jump to the next leftmost bit. Again it is 0. Again leftmost bit. Again it is 0. At last I will be taking borrow from someone else. So when I take a borrow, it will come to the first MSB position, 2 over there. Okay, it is binary one I am borrowing, means the value weight will become as 2. So it becomes 2. From that 2 I will take one borrow, means what happens? 1 will be there in the leftmost bit, 2 will be carried forward to the next digit. Okay, again from the 2 one more I will taking. So what happens here? 1 will be left over bit and the 2 will be carried forward. Okay, then 2 minus 1 is what? 1. Already when we have taken a borrow, 1 1 was already left, so the answer is what? 1 1 1 1 0. Okay, now let us come with a flow chart of your Booth's algorithm. What does your flow chart says is nothing but, first let us start with our algorithm. What I need to do? The multiplicand and multiplier should be loaded in the which register? M and Q. Okay, and you are using an accumulator register A also. That A is used to store my result. Okay, so I need to first write zeros to that particular A register, such that the previous results should not be affecting my values. So I will be loading my A register with 0 0. Okay, and next we have taken one more to store the carry bit. We have taken one more 1 bit register which is known as a Q minus 1, and that is also we are loading it with 0. Okay, so this is nothing but an initializing step. Later on I am going to keep a count value as n. N is nothing but a n number of bits are there in the multiplier or multiplicand. Okay, multiplicand, how many bits are there, that you are going to keep it as a count n. Is it clear with this one? In the initializing, A register will be equal to 0, Q minus 1 register will be equal to 0, multiplicand will be stored in the M register, multiplier will be stored in the Q register, and the count value n will be stored in the count variable. Okay, Next, what is the next step? I need to check 2 bits. What are those 2 bits? I need to check in the Q register LSB bit, whatever the lower significant bit is there, that value, and Q minus 1 register value. So both are 1 bit values. By these 2 bits, how many combinations we will be getting? 4 combinations. What are those? 0 0, 1 1, 1 0 and 0 1. If these two values are nothing but just 0 0 or 1 1, then what I need to do? I need to do the arithmetic shift right operation. Okay, and this series, the arithmetic shift right operation will be there from a q minus 1. Okay, a q minus 1, and the count value will be decremented by 1. Okay, what is arithmetic right shift operation? So I am going to shift all the bits towards my right side. The q minus 1 bit will be discarded, and I will be shifting all my bits. Q naught value will be coming to the q minus 1, and then the bits, each and every bit of q register will be moved towards the right side, and a values low LSB will be moved to the q register. Okay, but MSB bit which is available in the previous one, the same will be loaded in your A register. That is nothing but your arithmetic shift right operation. Okay, so whenever I am doing the arithmetic shift right, the MSB bit in the without shifting, whatever it is there, that value will remain same thing after doing the shift operation. It will not be loaded with 0 0 0. Okay, now if this q naught and q minus 1 values are 0 1, if it is value is 0 1, then what I need to do? Before doing my arithmetic shift right operation, or I need to do addition between the a and the multiplicand. A value and multiplicand value both will be added, and result will be stored again in the A register. After storing the result in the A register, I need to perform the arithmetic shift right operation. Okay, after doing shift right, count minus 1 I need to do. Then I need to check whether count is equal to 0 or not. If it is count is not equal to 0, again I need to jump back to check my q naught and q minus 1 2 bits. Okay, if count is equal to 0, then we are going to end that particular multiplication. Okay, so now we are going to again check the q naught and q minus 1 bit. If it is 1 0, then what I need to perform? A is equal to a minus 1, a minus m I need to perform. So what happens? Accumulated contents I need to subtract multiplicate. Okay, so the result will be there in the accumulator. After performing that one, I need to do again arithmetic shift right operation of a q minus 1. Always keep in mind that this particular shift, whenever I do shift operation, these 3 registers should be in this sequence only, a q minus 1. I should not jumble these particular registers. Okay, then I need to decrement my count value. Then I need to check whether my count is equal to 0 or 1. If it is 0, then I need to end my multiplication, and the results will be there in the a q minus 1. Okay, is it clear with this one? This is a flow chart of your Booth's multiplication. Let us take one small example. I need to perform the multiplication between 7 into 3. So what happens here? Your multiplicand m is nothing but your 7, and your q register will be loaded with a 3. If you see here in this step, first one, what? Initialization. So what does the initialization will does? Initialization, during the initialization, I need to load my q register and q minus 1 register with 0 0 0. So I have done a value I have loaded with 0 0, and q minus 1 will be loaded with 0. Okay, as q minus 1 is a single bit operation. Next, what happens? I am doing 7 into 3. 7 is nothing but your multiplicand, and 3 is nothing but your multiplier. So multiplicand should be there in the m register, and multiplier should be there in the q register. So what is my multiplicand? 7. 7 value should be there in my M register. So M value will become as 0, 1, 1, 1. So the binary representation of 7 is what? 111. So that is why it is nothing but 0, 1, 1, 1. What happens to my Q value? Q value is nothing but it is going to hold my multiplier. What is my multiplier over here? 3. Okay, so that is nothing but it value is 3 in binary representation is nothing but 1, 1. Okay, so always keep in mind that whenever I am using my Booth's algorithm, always the multiplicand and multiplier, the number of bits should be same. Okay, so if you see here, multiplier has been loaded with 2 bits, whereas multiplicand has been loaded with 3 bits. I need to make it both as 3 bits or both as 4 bits by appending a 0 towards the MSB bit position. Okay, now once the initialization is done, what I need to do, once the initialization is done, I need to load my count value. What is my count value over here? The count value will become as my 4 value. Okay, now next what I need to do, I need to check my Q naught and Q minus 1. What is my Q naught value here? 1, and Q minus 1 value is what? 0. When it is 1 and 0, what happens here? 1 and 0 means I need to perform A is equal to A minus M. So what is my A value here? A value is 4 zeros. M value is what? 0, 1, 1, 1. So I need to perform in the first cycle, I need to perform A is equal to M minus M. A minus M, if I am going to perform, my A value will become as 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, and your Q value, that is nothing but your multiply, will remain as it is. Okay, and your Q minus 1 value will also be remain as it is, and your multiplicand value will remain as it is. Only A value will be changing. Okay, next after doing this one, what I need to do? After doing A is equal to A minus 1, I need to perform the arithmetic shift right operation from A, Q and Q minus 1. I need to shift the right towards the rightmost position. So what happens when I shift it? Q minus 1 value will be discarded. Your Q naught value will be coming into the Q minus 1. So 1 will be coming towards the Q minus 1, and your Q value will be loaded with 1, 0, 0, 1. Whereas your accumulator A value is nothing but your, I am shifting towards the bits, all bits towards the right, means A LSB will be moved to the Q register and 2 zeros and 1 will be shifted. Whereas in the A register, MSB bit is nothing but the same value of your previous MSB bit. In the previous, before shift, what is my MSB bit of my A accumulator value? It is 1. The same thing will be loaded in after the arithmetic shift right operation. Okay, so this is nothing but your first cycle completed. After doing the first cycle, my count value should be decremented by 1. So it becomes, my count value will become as my 3. Okay, now in the second one, again what I need to do, after count is I need to check count is equal to 0 or not. 3 is not equal to 0. So now it need to go back. I need to again check Q naught and Q minus 1. So if I am checking Q1, Q naught is 1 and Q1 is also 1. Both are 1, 1. 1, 1 means I need to do only arithmetic shift right operation and need not perform any addition and subtraction. So I will be directly shifting my bits. When I shift my bits, I will be getting the value as A value as 1, 1, 1, 0. Q value as 0, 1, 0, 0 and Q minus 1 value is 1. M value will remain as it is. Okay, so I am done with my second also. Now what I need to do, I need to decrement my count value. The count value will becomes from 3 to 2. Okay, again the count value is not equal to 0. Again I need to jump to my this particular Q naught and Q minus 1 I need to check. If I am going to check Q naught and Q minus 1, the value is nothing but your 0, 1. If it is 0, 1 means what I need to do, I need to perform A is equal to A plus M. So I need to perform A is equal to A plus M. whatever the result is available, that will be there in the A. After doing that one, what we need to do, I need to perform the shift right operation of A, Q and Q minus 1. So I am shifting towards my right side, okay, and my MSA bit of my accumulator A will be same thing, carry forward towards the downside, okay. So your values will become this much. So this is nothing but your third cycle has been completed. Now my count value again, it should be decremented by 1. From 2 it will be coming to the 1. Again it is equal to 0? No. When it is not equal to 0, again it will go back. Again it will check my Q0 and Q minus 1. The value again it is nothing but your 0, 0. When it is 0, 0 means I need to perform directly arithmetic shift right operation without performing any other operation. So that is nothing but your 0, 0 means arithmetic shift right operation, and I am going to do arithmetic shift right operation. Once arithmetic shift right operation is done, I am going to decrement my count value to 0. Okay, once my count value is equal to 0, 1, 1, you will be getting whether you will be checking count is equal to 0 or not. Okay, if it is not equal to 0, then the resultant value will be there in the given values. Okay, so what happens here, the count will be decremented by 1. Now the value of the count will become, again check need to 0. It is 0 means what happens, I should terminate my operation and need to end my process, and the result will be there in the A, Q and Q minus 1 register. So if you see here, the values are there in A, Q and Q minus 1. What is my value for 7 3s are? 7 3s are what? 21. 21 means what is my value over here? A and Q register value, if I am going to see here, it is 000 1 0 1 0 1. So if here Q value is 5, A value is nothing but your fifth bit means 16. 16 plus 5 is 21. So the answer is 21. If you see here, my MSA bit value is what? Again it is 0. So it is nothing but your plus 21. Okay. Now let us come with the next example over here. I am performing the same thing. 7 3s are 21 value only, but I am doing 7 into minus 3. So I am performing the minus 3 operation. So first step is what? I need to initialize my values. Okay, your accumulator value will be initialized to 0. Your Q minus 1 value will be initialized to 0. M will be initialized to multiplicand, that is nothing but your 7. 7 is what? 0 1 1 1. And Q will be initialized with the value called my multiplier, which is nothing but your minus 3. Minus 3, it is my negative value. Minus 3 means I need to first write the 3 value, positive 3 value, then I need to perform the 2's complement for this 3. What is my 3 value? Positive 3 value, it is 0 0 1 1. Performs a 1's complement for this one, it becomes as 1 1 0 0. Add plus 1 to this one, it will become 1 1 0 1. So that what is the value now? Q value will be 1 1 0 1, which is nothing but your 2's complement form of your 3 value. Or you can say it is a minus 3 value is nothing but your 1 1 0 1. So, and what will be my count value here? Again it is a 4-bit representation. My count value will become as 4 only. Okay, coming to the first step of initialization is done. Next step is what? After initialization, I need to check Q0 and Q minus 1. So here I am checking my Q0 value and Q minus 1 value. What is my Q0 value? It is 1, and it is Q minus 1 is value is what? 0. So I need to perform A is equal to A minus M. After performing this A minus 1M, again I need to perform the arithmetic shift right operation. If I perform arithmetic shift right operation, we will be getting that value. Okay, once it is done, I need to decrement my count value from 4 to 3. Again, it needs to check whether count is equal to 0 or not. It is not equal to 0. I need to check my q naught and q minus 1 value. What is my q naught and q minus 1 value? It is 0 and 1. It is 0, 1 means I need to perform a is equal to a plus m. Okay, so again after doing this a equal to a plus m, I am going to shift towards my right side. Whenever I am doing a performing a shift operation, always you need to keep in mind that you are going to shift only a, q and q minus 1 values only. We are not going to touch my m value. Okay, after doing the shift, I need to decrement my count value. Count will be reduced from 3 to 2. Okay, and next is what I need to check my whether it is equal to 0 or not. It is not equal to 0. Again jump back to checking the value condition called q naught and q minus 1. So what is my q naught and q minus 1 value is 1 0. 1 0 means I need to perform a is equal to a minus m. After performing this one, I need to again perform the arithmetic shift right operation. After doing that one, I need to decrement my count value from 2 to 1. Okay, again the count value is not equal to 0. Again I need to go for the condition checking of my q naught and q minus 1. What is q naught and q minus 1 values? It is 1 1. When it is 1 1, that is nothing but your q naught and q minus 1 value is 1 1 means both are equal, means I need to I need to do the shift operation, arithmetic shift operation. So I am going to perform the arithmetic right shift operation. After me performing the arithmetic right shift operation, our count value will be decremented by 1. So count value will be from 1 to 0. Now I need to check whether my count is equal to 0 or not. The count is equal to 0. I need to terminate my algorithm. I need to stop my algorithm. Once we are done with this algorithm, the results will be there in the A and Q register. Okay. Now 7 3s are what? 21. But do I am getting my 21 over here? No. It should be a minus 21. Minus 21 means it is in the 2's complement form. So I need to perform the 2's complement for my two registers A and Q value. Okay. How we are going to say that my result is what? A negative number? By checking my MSB bit of my A. If MSB bit of my A is 1, then it is a negative number. So I need to do the 2's complement for my results. So what is my 2's complement? A value will become as 0 0 0 0 1. Q value will become as 0 1 0 0. I need to add plus 1 to this one. Your A value will be 0 0 0 0 1 and your Q value will be 0 1 0 1. So that is nothing but your above in the previous result, whatever the value we have got, that the same value we will be getting. Okay, I need to place a sign called minus sign towards this one. Why? Because it is a negative number. Okay, is it clear with this one? No, these are the two examples which I have taken to explain you. Okay, in your home you just practice it this for by taking some other values, that is 4 5 is that value, or you can take some other 4 6 value. Okay, both negative value, both positive value, one positive and one negative. Okay, using that algorithm try to solve it. If at all you are having any doubts, you can just ask me by contacting me in my WhatsApp number. Okay, and this is the one of the important topic for your final exam. He will be asking in your LAQs in the in SAQs he won't ask you. In LAQ only he will be asking you Boole's multiplication, one of the important algorithm for your LAQ. Okay, thank you for this today's session. In tomorrow's sessions, we will be going to discuss our next topic, that is division algorithms. Thank you.